now it is time for our very first guest, one of these dedoc voices, who joined us in Berlin as well. She's joining us today from India. She's working with the Blue Circle Diabetes Foundation, and they had a very special project for International Women's Day that we want to hear all about. So welcome to the stage, Snehal.
Hello, hi everyone. Hi, Stephanie.
Thank you so much for coming here and telling us all about the foundation and the project that you ran. So you actually, for World Women's Day, you visited a high security prison and did what there? Tell us everything about it.
Okay, so to start with, at Blue Circle Diabetes Foundation, we run a project called as Project Gaia, which aims to create a safe space for women living with all types of diabetes, including their caregivers. And when we were planning what to do for this Women's Day, the discussion started as early as January. And we thought of why not reach out to a marginalized section of the society. And we do understand that there's a lot of stigma associated with women prisoners, especially in a very high security prison. And we also understand that the welfare support systems can be a little corroded. So we decided to do like a diabetes awareness session, talk about nutrition, as well as do a free blood sugar testing at the prison for the inmates as well as the staff over there. So this is the idea that we just like brainstormed, and we decided to go ahead with that.
And what was it like to plan this? Was it difficult? Was it easy? What are the things that you had to think about?
So I wouldn't say it was easy because this was just a thought in our heads. We had to do a lot of planning. We did not have any connections or leads to where we can get the appropriate approvals to go there, or whether we can do that or not. I mean, we were not aware if we can conduct like a diabetes awareness session at a high security prison, of course, considering the risks about it. But we decided to just go ahead. All of our team members were just continuously looking for leads or connections, sending out emails, calling the prison, and checking if we can do this or not. And I'll tell you, it took us around 1.5 months of back and forth and constant calls and emails to finally get a lead, wherein we reached out to them, explained to them what we want to do, and they were more than happy to welcome us.
That sounds incredible. Good for you for pulling that off.
Yeah.
So what were the results of this? You did blood tests for people living with diabetes or for everyone? Tell us a bit
for
more.
all the for all the women inmates as well as the staff at the prison, we conducted diabetes awareness session, talks on nutrition, as well as a free blood sugar screening. And around 20% of the people whom we tested came as a shocker that they were living with diabetes, undetected, undiagnosed
They
diabetes.
didn't know.
They didn't know. We also realized that there were a few people who were already living with diabetes over there, and it came as a good surprise that there were also a few who are living with diabetes and on insulin. And it was good to know that even in a prison they were provided with insulin. And we also talked with the medical officers over there, and they talked to us about the different kinds of risks and complications that they face, and availability of insulin can be an issue. So it was great to know the other side of the story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you talked to both sides, to the inmates,
Yes.
to the guards, and you saw that they do have access to insulin, but not test strips. And of course, those are
Yes.
necessary as well. So good for you for
Oh,
running that project. So what's going to happen next? Is this a one-time thing for World Women's Day, or what do you have planned?
so before we go ahead, I would want you to put on the picture we just clicked
Yes,
at the
please show us
prison.
a picture. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so this was outside the prison. Our team, along with a few staff of the prison over there, this was that. And also the next slide on the various projects we run at Blue Circle Diabetes Foundation. But yes, to answer your question, this was just step one for us. We did not know if we could pull it off, but it felt really good to serve a section of the society which is often ignored. And we are definitely going ahead and planning to conduct further sessions, not just for women but for men as well, across multiple prisons. But again, it's not going to be an easy thing to pull off, but we are there and we are going to be persistent about it.
Incredible. And I have one more question. So I'm getting goosebumps. I know the dedoc team loves this project as well. I'm seeing really, really exciting and excited comments here from the community watching right now. But is it all like this? Is everyone excited about this? Or did you also receive criticism?
So when we started thinking of this idea, we did receive a lot of positive feedback, but again, it was like a healthy debate on whether we should go ahead with this or not. I do understand the risks of it because we are going to a high security prison, and also comments like they are there for a reason, and why do you want to like pull in your resources for them? But again, what we advocate here for is health for all, and in like diabetes care for everyone around. So yes, we decided to stick with that idea and go ahead.
I think that's wonderful. And I'm so excited to see where else you take this, and maybe you'll inspire other organizations or advocates around the world to do similar things. Yeah, incredible. Thank you so, so much, Snehal, for joining us today.